Hey, Gemini, let's go ahead and get started with your new moon solar eclipse in Aries. This is going to happen in your 11th house. 11th house is about groups, associations. It has to do with friends and community. It has to do with, are you volunteering, those types of things, humanitarian projects. It says don't let pride get in the way. Okay, don't let pride get in the way, Gemini. What does that mean for you? Let's go ahead. Spirit, please show me Gemini, new moon eclipse for Gemini in Aries. New moon eclipse. You're between worlds. Okay, so don't let pride get in your way. Don't be afraid. You are between worlds. You know what? That's kind of how that works. For some of you, you're going to be closing out a cycle. Maybe you know, some things have come up about certain friends. It's almost like don't even be angry. Just thank God, universe, spirit, your guardian angels, ancestors, whatever, for showing you the light when it comes to a humanitarian project, or when it comes to your community, the people that you're hanging out with. Maybe it's time for you to come out of whatever lower vibrational frequency they're trying to drag you down into and start stepping forward into a new life where it's much brighter, a lot more fun. We do have the number 3 here, which is connected to Gemini, which has to do with the mind. Okay. And we also have that new moon eclipse with Venus and Mercury both retrograde in that area as well. So a lot of epiphanies and ideas and things like that could be coming up. You could even get more work through friends. Okay. Somebody could introduce you to somebody. You could end up, they could actually end up being an ally for you in the next 6 months. Yeah. Somebody here wanting to communicate. This is also Gemini energy, Gemini energy, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. All right. So we got the Queen of Swords here for Gemini for this new moon eclipse. 7 of Wands in the reverse. Okay. The challenge is to drop your guard. Oh, wow. We've got the Knight of Swords. Don't be too hasty about something. Don't be too hasty when it comes to communication. That's what I'm saying. Don't just go running into things and running off at the mouth. Okay. We also have the King of Pentacles in the recent past. We have the Hermit as what's on your mind. This is about being grounded and using the wisdom from everything that you've learned up until this point. For some of you, you need to think before you speak. Okay? Think before you speak, because otherwise you're going to put somebody in a block. They're going to want to block you, Gemini. They're going to block you out, or you're blocking someone else out. What's going on with Gemini with this new moon? Ooh, 9 of Pentacles. 9 of Pentacles, baby. So financially, you're doing really well. Okay, Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. Ah, man, a lot of stagnant energy around you, Gemini. Not a lot of stagnant energy. 4 of Swords, more stagnant energy. What else do we have? 6 of Pentacles in the hopes and fears. And what else do we have as the outcome? The Star in the reverse. Okay. 3 of Wands as the overall energy. This is about you looking out upon the horizon. And again, another number 3. Okay. So we have 3 here. We've got 3 here. And I think we have 2 3s here. So 3s, again, Gemini energy. So this is about, looking out upon the horizon and really trying to decide on where you want to go from here. I feel like for some of you, it's time for you to sit back and take stock of where you've been and really ask yourself if this is conducive to the life you want to live, to your legacy, to, is this something that you want to keep investing time, energy, effort, money, or is it time for you to get clear about what you want to do? I'm not saying go and quit your job tomorrow and, run off frivolously into the, stars. That's not what I'm telling you. But it's time for you to, it's funny because we have the Star in the reverse, which is feeling hopeless. And then he's also got the Star in a cage right there. So it's almost like you're putting your dreams on hold And for what? Like, why are you putting your dreams on hold? I think you're waiting on something to come back, whether that's information, you're waiting on some type of clarity. You put your ships out, or for some of you, you're just now sending your ships out and you're waiting to see what ends up coming back. Like, you know, you have had Jupiter in your sign now and will continue, I think, until June. And then in June, Jupiter will move into Cancer. So this is like a place of expansion. This is a place of like giving you a lot of ideas of how to move forward, and you know, and it's going to take you leaving things behind and learning the lessons from all of these things, and not being like some ice queen, but really logically sitting down and thinking about stuff, and maybe even writing things down. I definitely see you writing things down about how you want to create, you know, like what kind of business you want to be in. For some of you, you're wanting a change of scenery. Like you're ready for something else when it comes to finances. I think that you've done really well in your finances, but you know, what else can you do to make money? I see you, for someone here, you need to protect yourself, um or someone else is protecting themselves from you, or you're protecting yourself from someone. You could have very well blocked someone out. You're at a distance from someone too, Gemini. And it's almost like there's a yearning, like, to speak to someone. But I feel like if you're going to talk to someone, it's all about, can you leave the past behind? Can you leave the past behind? Can you actually just sit down and have a conversation without yelling and screaming? Where, you know, somebody here has to feel defensive, whether you're feeling defensive or somebody else is having to defend themselves. The challenge is to not, you know, is to not have a conversation where, you know, where someone here has to feel like, whoa, 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 like you're coming at me. Like, quit coming at me. Like, I'm here to talk to you, but if you scream at me, that's the Knight of Swords. You know, like, I'm here, I'll listen, come, you know, come to me. But if you hurt me, I'm going to cut you off. If you come blazing with swords, I'm going to cut you off. Like, you can't come. I almost feel like I had that same conversation with Taurus. Maybe you have Taurus in your chart. Sun, moon, rising, or you have like planets in your second house. Or you're just taking on that energy. But I feel like this is about kind of like being at a standstill. I almost feel like you need to think before you act. Maybe you need to talk to someone, a therapist, a financial advisor, a business advisor. Um, I'm definitely getting messages. Somebody here wants to message someone. But somebody else, like this, if it's you or the other person, somebody doesn't want to have to beg anymore to be treated right, to get the reciprocity they deserve. And someone here doesn't feel like something can be healed. But again, it's like you gotta let go of the way you thought things were supposed to be in order for things to become what they are, and allow that star to turn itself around. For some of you, this is about timing. The time is not right. You're waiting on something. You're waiting on something. You're waiting on someone. And it could be multiple people too. You could be waiting on multiple people. All right, what numbers do we have for Gemini? What numbers do we have for Gemini? All right, we've got the number 63. I also saw 93, okay? Or 39 or 36 or 9. 9 is Virgo. We do have the Hermit here. So 9 is about doing some type of introspection, looking at the reality of a situation before you proceed forward, not letting your fear, ego, doubt, worry get it the best of you. If you have someone blocked, maybe it's time for you to unblock this person. If you're not talking to someone and you're blocking them out, maybe it's time for you to have an actual adult conversation. But you got to decide on whether you want to invest in this or not. If it's even worth the investment. It's going to be entirely up to you, Gemini. All right, show me a Rebel Unicorn for Gemini. What does Gemini need to know? What does Gemini need to know? Okay, we got 2 cards out. You need some fucking yoga in your life. Ancient shit is cool. Yeah, I would definitely say, like, you know, get out there, do some yoga, like, whatever. And it says, you are loved. You are here for a reason. Don't fuck it up. You are loved, Gemini. You are loved. You know? Yeah, what the hell are you waiting for? Get that shit done. If you're waiting for a sign, well, here it fucking is. So, whatever that means for you, just like I said, you know, take things slow. Don't just jump into anything. You know, really think about how you want to proceed forward with whatever news or whatever it is that you're waiting on. And like I said, somebody could also be waiting on you, Gemini, to make a return. So I'm going to leave that there. Anyway, thank you guys for being here. Thank you for watching. If you are interested in a personal reading, all my information's in the description box down below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. It does help my channel grow. And I will talk to you soon. Happy new moon.